So hi everyone, this is our episode 4 and welcome to this channel. So today we are having Anshika and Samita for the BlackRock AWT, that is the client execution role. Actually I don't know too much about this role, so these guys will explain. So first of all, Anshika and Samita, congratulations for getting into this role for the BlackRock, and I think that is a very big achievement. So can you guys tell a little bit about you? So I'm starting for Anshika.
Thanks so much. Hi guys, I'm Anshika. I'm currently pursuing my final year in chemical engineering from SB90.
Samita.
Hello everyone, I'm Samita. I'm currently in the seventh semester of Electronics and Communications Engineering here at SB90. And I hope you guys have some good insights today.
Okay. So thanks guys for joining. I will start from the Samita too. Samita, can you tell little about this role because with very unique AWT client execution and never heard about that.
Right, Aladdin Tech is basically like the biggest weapon BlackRock possesses. It is basically the software where they put up all their client data to analyze where they should put up their money for the best returns on their investment, do the risk analysis and modeling, and basically all the quantitative structures are executed on Aladdin Tech. So our role in client delivery and execution is basically at the intersection of finance, tech, and a little bit of management, if you would put it that way. So essentially, we are given all of our clients' data, and we have to sort of put it up on Aladdin Wealthtech in a way that would guarantee them the best returns possible. For that, you have to understand Aladdin in its entirety, and sort of have basic understanding of financial risk models and all of that, and also you have to understand your client's data too. So yeah, that is basically sort of the forefront of what BlackRock is.
Right. So you are, I can say you are bridge between the tech and the client, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks for sharing that. Now I'm coming to with Anshika. Anshika, can you share about the hiring process of the BlackRock? Like.
So as long as I can remember, there was one online assessment and two interviews round. In the online assessment, what they asked us is there was apti. When it comes to apti, there was quantitative apti as well and logical reasoning as well. Then there was this thing called attention to detail, where you would be shown a large number of data, and then you have like pair it up with like the options would be there would be a bunch of data, and you have to select if the data is right or not. It was attention to detail again, and then there was English also, normal spoken English, that was fine. So online assessment is was very easy. There was no such hard questions or anything. But what I would suggest is like basically what we do is we do everybody does ChatGPT. We just Google the questions or we do ChatGPT and we get the answers. But I would suggest not to do that because when you click pictures, often the ChatGPT gets the wrong results. Most of my fellow batchmates did that, but they did not get selected because of wrong answers that ChatGPT gives. I'm not saying ChatGPT gives wrong answers, but yeah, it's better to solve them yourselves. Like have a good, strong uh, hold on, especially aptitude. And then after online assessment, I think there were 8 to 9 people got selected now for the interview round. And then there was first interview. First round was like for some of them it was first round was technical and second round was HR. And for some other people, the first round was HR and the second round was technical. For me, the first round was HR round and second round was technical.
So after this round, there was the technical or we can say HR round. So first we are coming on to the technical round. So yeah, I will ask first you two. Can you tell about what was the technical questions, Anshika?
Okay. So, firstly, I had no prior coding experience. So, I made it very clear in my interview, in the start of the interview only, that I have no idea about coding or whatever is required for the role. So, I asked them to explain if coding is that much required for the role. So, they said no, it's not that much. It doesn't have that much weight. Yeah, they do require that somebody who understands tech, but obviously you don't need coding experience particularly for this role. So for me, my technical round was mostly because I have mentioned in my resume about financial markets and risk management. I did those courses from Coursera. So my technical round was basically around that. But still, I would say they did not ask me more technical questions because most of my interview revolved around my previous internship experience. So my technical round was pretty chill in that case. And in terms of technical round, also what they do is they ask your resume.
So Anshika, as you said, like all of this round was revolving around your resume and projects. Can I ask about your projects? If you can share them.
No, there were no projects. There was only internship
Okay.
experience. Like my previous internship experience, that was the only thing I added in my. Like I had two prior internship experience. That was the only thing that I've added in my resume.
Okay. So that internship was related directly or indirectly to the BlackRock's AWT client execution role. No.
No. My internship, prior internship I did was at Avonware. That was completely a different role. It was supply chain management, operations management. So there, like they asked me what kind of problem I had received, what about my project stint, and what kind of solutions I have provided. And they did ask me how did I solve those problems. This role requires somebody who is good at problem solving. So in that whole Avendov experience, they checked my problem solving approach. So they gave me different scenarios like why did you not work for this solution or why did you not work for this solution, and checked in depth about how did I perform in my internship. Like
So we want to know similar questions from the Samhita. Please, Samhita, tell us about that.
Right. So I think my technical experience was vastly different than Anshika's because my resume was very tech heavy. Yeah, so right from the get go, I think a few similarities I observed from what Anshika said was I did have courses on financial markets from Coursera, as well as I had studied economics as my elective back in 11th and 12th grade. So they did ask me about the basics of economics, something like marginal utility and Keynesian theory and all of that. Apart from that, because I had previous experience with both hardware and software, they did question me on Python, C, as well as SQL. They asked me to write an optimized query. Apart from that, they asked me very basic DSA arrays, linked list, and also the few basic syntax of C and Python and what the difference was between C and Python. Apart from that, I think another thing common was my internship experience. So they were very keen on knowing what I did previously in my internship. And yeah, so I had a research paper and a patent that I had from my previous internship. It was a research internship at IIIT Delhi, but it was very unrelated to this field. It was more in the VLSI domain. But yeah, they were still very intent on understanding what I did. And I think the intent behind really quizzing us about our internship experience was how well we could explain something they had no idea about to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and apart from that, they asked me a lot of aptitude actually, a lot of puzzles. Yeah, but I think most of them were on Geeks for Geeks. But I would say this when you are solving Geeks for Geeks puzzles, do not approach it with the intent of trying to memorize the solutions because sometimes they change those questions a little bit and you will be stuck. Rather try to visualize them in real life, like how you would solve something similar if you came across it. Yeah, and apart from that, one thing they were very persistent on me answering was my resume was very tech heavy. So one question they did persistently ask me was, your resume is quite different than what the role might require. So why did you choose this? I had to convince them, even though I have a background in tech because I am an engineer, finance and economics is also something that I have broad knowledge in and would like to pursue as a career.
Right. So I think they asked you broad range of the topics: financial markets, SQL, DSA, then your project that was related to the patent in VLSI. So set SQL queries. They told you to write the queries and optimize them. Can you tell us about the topics like it was related to a Windows function or the joining? Little bit about the queries.
Yeah, they asked me about a joining query, and another one was very basic. It was an employee database, and I had to find the second highest salary.
Okay.
So, not very complicated, very basic,
Basic
not
area,
too
right.
advanced.
Also, they ask you the DSA question from the linked list, right?
Arrays and linked list, but very basic.
Very
And they
basic.
don't ask you code, they just need you to explain your understanding.
Okay. Okay. So thank you for sharing that. So I think these were the questions they asked you to in the technical round, right? Now let us come on to the HR round. So I will starting from the Anshika. Can you share the exactly questions they ask to the HR, or it's like typical HR interview, or they focus on some stress?
Like honestly, the questions were not typical HR questions. It was again more around resume, more around individual experience, like what they could derive from my personality, and then asking questions around my personality. Like same, like how Samita mentioned that she had her resume was very much tech based, so they asked her like why this. Similarly, they could see that I have no tech experience and I am not interested in tech. I was very clear about it. So they also asked me like why this role? If you have something in like you already have a plant operations experience, then why this role?
Right.
So they asked me about if you have all the resources in the world, what would you like a simple basic question they asked me. Then again, in terms of HR also, what would I change about my previous internship? What kind of things do I expect from Black? One common question which we all see in all the HR round is where do I want to see myself in the next 5 years, and how do I think getting into BlackRock is going to help me achieve that? That's something they did ask.
So, although I have one more question, like companies, BlackRock and the other financial firms maintain their confidentiality in their CTC, but still, you guys, if can share any range for the CTC.
I think our CTC is pretty clear, like they had mentioned it, it's 20,
Sorry,
22.
22. Okay. So thanks for sharing that. I hope कोई issue नहीं होगा इसमें. I'm coming with the Samhita. Samhita, can you share about the location you guys allotted in your offer letter?
Yeah, so I think when the mail for the company had come, they had told us it will either be Gurgaon or Bombay, but right now I think we're located at Bombay.
Okay. One thing which you guys have common, that is the communication skills, and I think that is required for the client execution also. So I will want to ask you guys from Samhita and then Anshika, what you guys think is the role of communication in BlackRock. Also, how can anyone who is not good in the communication can improve their communication? Yes, Samhita.
I think not just BlackRock, but any sort of interview that you sit for, it is very important for you to be able to express what you're thinking. Even if it's a technical interview, you have to be very articulate and you have to be able to project what you're thinking in a way that appeals to the interviewer.
Right.
That is the basic aim of an interview being conducted कि वो समझ पाए आप में वो है क्या जो उनको चाहिए. So I would say, particularly in the case of BlackRock, we were very fortunate in the sense that they had made the job description very clear.
Clear.
The kind of qualities they were looking for and the kind of skills, if you had, were a plus point. If you had just catered your resume slightly to those needs, and during the interview slightly just slid it in कि हाँ मैंने ये भी किया है, मैंने economics भी पढ़ी है स्कूल में, it was giving you a big up. Because I feel like Anshika said, I was not even on the initial shortlist for interviews. I was on the wait list. I was not supposed to be interviewed, but it ended up happening for me. And my HR experience was actually slightly different. They asked me a lot of psychometric questions, which involved me having to communicate very clearly. One very typical question they asked me was they gave me 3 utensils, a spoon, a fork, and chopsticks. And they gave me 3 different food items, like a Thai curry and a normal dal chawal, and one more that I don't require. And he asked me particularly what would you pair with what? And I gave them a particular answer, and then he changed the question to saying, but I never said you could not use the same utensil for 2 dishes. And after I changed my answer, he again changed the question saying, I never said you could not use your hands. So, they were sort of looking for if you can think on your feet and if you hold on to your answer, do you have that, how do you put it? Do you have that confidence to stick to your guts and say, कि no, जो मैंने बोला वो सही था? All of these were the kind of things they were looking for, and all of these needed conviction when they were being present. So yeah, communication I feel was very crucial in deciding who went through with these interviews. As for how to develop communication skill, I have been into oratory and debating for a very long time. So personally, I've never had the experience where I had to focus just on communication development. It's just something that has come naturally to me. But yeah, if there's someone who is new to college and wants to sort of on these skills, I would say read a lot. Read about your current affairs, politics, and have an opinion. It is very important to realize what your thoughts stand for, what you want to represent as a citizen. Yeah, and apart from that, engage in discussions that are vigorous and that involve you having to think about something. Yeah, so engage in debates, discussions, be it in your hostels, be it in the student chapters, but yeah, be involved.
So practice as much as we can do, right?
Yeah.
So last question I want to ask, I mean second last. Can you guys tell me about something puzzles they asked from GFC websites? Just titles or short description, because we can know is it from the top 100 puzzles or not.
So they asked me three puzzles. One puzzle was if there are two ropes, one takes 60 minutes to burn and one takes 30 minutes to burn. If you have to measure 45 minutes, how you are going to measure it? Then second question they asked is there is one couple, the probability, and they want only girl. They only want a girl child. So after 10 years, what is the ratio of boys and girls that is going to be? That was the second question. And third question they asked us, there is a 5-liter jar and there's a 3-liter jar. How would you measure 4 liters? Those were the three questions that were asked.
I have similar question from Samita.
Yeah, I think the rope question was common between the two of us, and the other question they asked me was I had a cake and I had to divide it into 8 slices using 3 cuts. I have given 3 interviews up till now, and I can tell that the puzzles they ask for most companies are similar, and all of them are on BFG.
Okay. So yeah, I have last question from Samita and Anshika. Any tips you want to leave for your upcoming batches or juniors who can prepare very well and get into the AWT role of the BlackRock? Resources or skills? Yeah.
Firstly, it would be to not lie in your resume. Mention things that you know and mention things that you can talk about. Be very smart with your resume. Do share your internship experience. If you don't have one, make one, it's fine, but only if you can talk about it. Then secondly, it would be do not mention the skill set, especially when it comes to tech. Most of people, what they do is they mention a lot of languages that they know, but they don't know it. So even if you don't know something and it is there in your resume, do tell them that yes, I don't know this. They won't mind.
Cool. Samita, we want to let us know, like, same question from your side. Any opinion or tips you want to leave for your juniors?
Yeah, I think be articulate in your thoughts and be precise in the way you communicate those thoughts. Apart from that, I would say do not enter placement season with a particular role in mind, thinking कि मुझे यही करना है. Because I entered my placement season not even knowing if BlackRock was going to come on campus, and my resume was very hardware heavy. I was waiting for companies majorly in the VLSI domain, or I had software experience, but probably not as great as my peers. But again, that should not stop you from applying for companies or be scared to sit in interviews, because you never know when the time is right for you and it just strikes. I don't want anyone to have it in mind कि हम सब BlackRock के लिए ही prepare करेंगे, BlackRock कहेगी, you never know if it's going to come next year. So be open, yeah, and apart from that, Like Anshika said, be honest in your resume. Oh, one thing I think worked for me in BlackRock interview was when they asked you in the end if you have any questions, ask questions that show genuine interest.
Right.
So the question I asked my interviewer was, because I'm a complete fresher to this industry, what will the learning curve be for someone like me?
Right.
Was not worked at all. And it is completely different from what I might have learned in my engineering course. And they were very gracious in explaining how everything works. And apart from that, I also asked them about how AWT was aligning itself with the current climate of AI and all of that. And he was genuinely interested in answering those questions. So yeah, I do think research about what the company does beforehand and show that you've done the research through the questions for us.
Right. So thank you so much, guys, Anshika and Samita, for joining today, and we wish you a best future in ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.